All right. Sit comfortably upright in your chair, your feet on the floor, hands in your lap. Back straight if you can, but relaxed. Your head balanced on your neck and your shoulders relaxed. And take 3 deep breaths, 1 deep breath with each of the rings of the bell. In and out. Just listen to how that bell continues to sound. Let that lead you into being more relaxed and more attentive. Just breathe normally and naturally. You need to force your breath to be long or short, deep or shallow. If it wants to be deep, let it be deep. If it wants to be shallow, then breathe shallow. Especially today, we should do that, since I was thinking of how tomorrow is July 4th, Independence Day. And what it is to be free. How we can kind of explore that just through sitting quietly and watching our breath. To begin with, not feeling that there's some certain way we should sit or breathe. And just let our breath come naturally. Trusting that our body knows very well how to breathe. We've been doing it our whole lives. Just feel your belly rise as you breathe in, and fall as you breathe out. Rise as you breathe in, and fall as you breathe out. You don't also need to feel you should control your thoughts or wipe them out. Except for a very few people who've been doing this for years and years. They don't turn their minds off. But they're not able to, or they're able to not be bothered by their thoughts. Best way to do that is not to engage with them, not to hold on to them, whether they're thoughts of regret or anger. Sometimes it seems it's those that we give the most life to. We're both holding on to them, but trying so hard to push them away rather than just letting them be. And if you try that and pay attention, you know that there'll be times when there are thoughts that come up that you want to push away. And I think what you'll find is that the harder you try to push them away, the more they persist, continue on, kind of get louder and louder. And pleasant or good thoughts, the more you hang on to those, the quicker they seem to disappear. So just let your thoughts come and go. And just feel your body. No need there to criticize yourself for how you're sitting, whether your shoulders are tensed, your fists, your hands are in a fist. Just see that, and perhaps seeing that will cause them to relax. You don't have to force yourself to relax. That runs contrary to what relaxing is. So just sit and be present to all of that. Breathing in, breathing out, just watching thoughts and feelings arise and fall away. Sensations come and go. Sounds and smells from outside entering into your consciousness and passing on. And if you just do that and pay attention to it, you'll find there's a real kind of freedom there. One kind of freedom is not being tossed away by our circumstances, whether it's good or bad, or even something as small as finding ourselves getting all wound up, tense because we have an itch on our nose and we're trying to sit still and not itch it. Being all right and accepting of everything that comes our way, that's a real kind of freedom. And I ask, as we're talking about that, what is your idea of freedom? Is it being able to do whatever you want to? Or perhaps it's being able to be who you want to be, to not have to fight the circumstances of your life, being free to let them come and go, realizing nothing will last and they don't control you. Just letting that breath come and go as it pleases and as it chooses. Deep, one breath, shallow the next, tied in with your thoughts. Fearful or angry thought can cause your heart to go fast, your breath to come more quickly. You feel the blood rush to your throat and your neck. If you just let that thought and feeling come without trying to push it away, that response is much less. So just let all that come and go. And you're just watching it, being present to it. As you breathe in and breathe out, you can probably tell I was thinking about this subject of freedom with July 4th coming up. And was reminded of that old song Janis Joplin sang and Gordon Lightfoot, me and Bobby McGee. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. I think when I was much younger, I thought that meant when you were so down on your luck, you'd lost everything there was, then you were finally free. But now I think of it more as being when there's nothing you hang on to, when you've let go of everything, then you are free. You have nothing left to lose because you're not grasping onto it. And you can see what that grasping is in the smallest details, like not clenching your fists, letting your shoulders relax, going to brush your teeth and not clutching the toothbrush in a death grip, and brushing your teeth so hard you could just about wipe them out of your mouth. To just let things be and do what needs to be done, to operate freely within that. I also think being able to be playful is a big part of freedom. You think back to how you played as a child. Oh, as you got older, there were those rules and you got so hung up on the rules. But just playing, not even any game other than being silly or running around in circles till you got dizzy. You can do that in life too, that you don't need to worry about the rules or what you should be doing all the time. Just sit and pay attention in this practice. You can carry that over into other times and other things in your life. And one thing you may notice when you sit like this is those thoughts or that self of yours actually grows a little quieter when you can stop it from thinking. So much of what our self does is kind of scheming to get what it wants, to avoid what it doesn't want, what it's going to do tomorrow, how it wants to have other people see it, wanting that ice cream cone tomorrow before the fireworks, wanting to sleep in. Those things we want and want. And feeling that that self is something we have to protect. We gather everything into us. Again, like kids playing a game, pulling all those chips, sweeping them in and guarding them. Guarding the monopoly money that you're pulling in. And that's kind of what our self does. It guards whatever we can grasp and make ours that we believe is ours. And probably the thing we pull in and grasp onto the hardest is that self. It can be a little bit frightening to think what we do without that voice in our head, narrating our lives all the time, telling us what we should do, what we should want, telling us we don't like sweet pickles, we don't like a certain kind of music, until we're free to just eat a sweet pickle and listen to some bluegrass and find we really love it. There, that playfulness comes in again. There's also that freedom. That self has less of a hold, and we have less of a hold on the self. I think of it as though it's like believing in this self. We build a wall around ourselves to protect that, to protect what's ours. And the secret is we build that wall and there's nothing really there. We built that wall to protect something that we've just created. That it's hard to say even exists. If you could point to it, what is it? Is it what plans? Is it what wants? Is it what doesn't want? Is it the thing that tells you what to do and what to say? Just like your body can know how to breathe, know how to sit. You'll find in most things you know what to say and what to do in any situation. You don't need to give it all that thought about what people will think of you. What is it that yourself wants? You can begin to act a little more spontaneously, and there again, more playfully. Letting things come and go. Whether it's friends, money, jobs. I always find if I think about those times where I lost things that I thought I wouldn't be able to live without, I not only found that I was just fine without them, but I found that things always worked out. Something new came, whether it was a job, a new friend to take the place of that one I'd had to cut things off with, or that they'd walked away from our friendship. And somehow in all these years, all those things that happened that I thought I wouldn't be able to survive, I'm still here, pretty happy and pretty free, particularly in a moment when I can just sit still and feel that freedom, feel all the choices I have, choosing whether to take offense at something or get upset over something I can't have, to just accept all that is. That can seem like being stuck in a kind of a prison. And being able to accept things is the real freedom. Doesn't mean we don't work sometimes to change those things that need to change. But even those, we can give our best effort and we don't need to hang on to the results. We do our best and let the results take care of themselves. So, just some ways to think of freedom as we're coming on this day where we celebrate it. And tomorrow, if you go out to brave the heat or the mosquitoes, just experience that little bit of freedom in watching the fireworks go. Get thrilled and excited like you did when you were 7 years old, and ooh and ah with everyone else. It's another great freedom to be able to just be and enjoy things as you are with them. So I hope you have a wonderful, joyful, and free day tomorrow. We'll ring this bell one time. Close with 3 deep breaths, and when you're ready, open your eyes.
I was falling asleep.